Well, it's that time of year as we close off 2023. Last year we did a top TVs of 2022 video, and I really enjoyed making that. So I wanted to make one for 2023, which we already did, but I also wanted to do one for Soundbars, so here we are. Now, this is a list of my handpicked favorites and why. It's not gonna be focused strictly on performance. Instead, I really wanna cover what makes each pick great and why I think they're great soundbars. And one last thing, we have done videos on all of these products, so I'll make sure to link those down in the description as well. So without further ado, here are my top 5 soundbars of 2023. The S801B is a lifestyle Samsung soundbar that was meant to pair with their frame TV. And I think one of the biggest reasons this makes the list is, surprisingly enough, this made it into quite a few customers' homes, even without Samsung TVs. So, having a specific look like that and just being very popular, I thought that was more than enough to have it in the list. Also, it's just about the best sound that you can get from such a slim style design. Not to mention, if you're pairing it with the frame or another QLED TV, you also get that q-symphony feature, which basically just allows you to combine the soundbar audio and the TV audio for a better experience. In terms of size, it's less than 2 inches tall, it's less than 2 inches deep, and it's only 45 inches wide, which is crazy. But again, 45 inches wide is kind of that perfect length or width, I guess, in this case, because it doesn't look terrible under an 85 inch. And it doesn't look bad under a 43 inch. And lastly, you can change the bezel color to match the bezel on your frame TV as well. So very cool features and stuff coming from Samsung and their frame soundbar. The Bar 1300X from JBL is a one-of-a-kind 11.1.4 channel soundbar. Now, there are more than enough reasons why this soundbar makes the list, but basically it's just a beast. What's really cool about the 1300X is that it has battery-powered rear speakers that detach from the sides of the soundbar. And this is super cool because if you're watching sports or gaming, it's ideal to kind of have a big soundbar, all the bass and everything coming out of one. But if you're watching movies, that's not the case. You're gonna want that surround sound, and you can just detach these at any time and put them behind you. And if you are always gonna keep them behind you, you can plug them in USB-C so that they're always charging. But if you don't want to do that, you can always just throw them back on the soundbar. And this soundbar was actually featured in a video that we did for a customer installation system with the G3 TV. So it's a very good video. You should definitely go check that out. But it also comes with a massive 12-inch subwoofer, and it comes with more than you'll ever need HDMI ports. The Bar 1300X has a sleek design that is pairing well with any of the premium TVs, in my opinion. It's a beast of a soundbar, and it's perfect for someone who really wants to get the most out of their system without getting into a hardwired system. The Samsung Q600C is a great budget-friendly option that I think is gonna work for a lot of people. The reason I included it in this list is because I think it's the best value for the money. You get height channels because it's a 3.1.2 channel soundbar, and it's also not massive. Again, you get that q-symphony feature if you pair it with a QLED TV, and it has all the connections that you would need: HDMI Arc, optical, Bluetooth, which is really handy if you're streaming music. If you're looking for just an overall soundbar that's gonna sound good and not break the bank, the Q600 might be the perfect for you. And if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Next on the list is the Sonos Arc, and the Arc is the oldest brother of the soundbars in the Sonos ecosystem. And first thought is probably like, hey, Justin, why are you talking about the Arc? This is years old. How is this the best of 2023? Well, I'm glad you hypothetically asked me that. The reason is more because of the introduction of the Era 300s earlier this year. Having the option to create a more realistic surround experience, get more channels of Dolby Atmos audio, I just thought that it really elevated the value of the Arc. If you're looking at the Sonos ecosystem, or you already have some stuff in the Sonos ecosystem, it might just be time for you to upgrade to the Arc. Now, the last spot was very tough, but I ended up going with the Magnifi Mini AX, which is POLK's new and improved version of the Magnifi Mini that everyone loved. First off, the sound. It's just clearer than the last version and it sounds better. The voice mode is better. And not to mention, I absolutely love the newer design. It just has a much more sleek grille and more attractive and aggressive look. It comes with all the normal connections like HDMI ARC, optical, Bluetooth, and something that is not often in soundbars nowadays is that audio jack, that 3.5 millimeter, so you can plug in your phone directly if you don't like to mess with the Bluetooth. And of course, the size here is the most important thing about this soundbar. This is a compact soundbar for a compact space, and it's only 14 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and 3 inches deep. The Magnifi Mini AX is a great option for someone who is tight on space but doesn't want to miss out on that big soundstage. And also, this can be used as a computer speaker like I have for the last couple of years. Now, for the honorable mentions, there are a few here that were really close to making the list, and I'll explain why. First is the TEF Studio Mini 3D, another compact soundbar, and I actually think that this sounded better than the Magnifi Mini, but the design was kind of holding me back, so that's why the Mini made the list, and plus, also, I was just more impressed with the Mini and the improvements that they made from the previous year. I really do wish that TEF made a soundbar in a full size because this sounded really good and shocked everybody that listened to it. And then you have the Magnifi Max, which again was really impressive, and I did like that soundbar, but I just didn't like the improvements as much as I liked the Mini. Also, the Max is kind of large, so if you're tight on space or your TV is not being mounted on the wall, it might not work for you. The Q800C from Samsung's a great one to throw in there. You get that 5.1.2. And I only put the 600C in over the 800C because I felt like it was a better deal in terms of quality and sound, but the 800C is still definitely worth the upgrade. LG's SC9 is also a great soundbar, and the highlight here was that center channel or I should say the center height channel in the middle. That's very unique, and we don't see that in any other soundbars, so I think the surround on this is pretty good for how small it is. And lastly, we can't forget about the Bar 500, which is a great 5.1 soundbar that looks similar to the JBL 1300X, but again, it's just the little brother. It's not as powerful, and it might work perfectly for smaller rooms. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I had a ton of fun putting this video together, not only to help you in the customer journey, but also just to reflect on all the cool products that I've gotten to review over the year. If you guys are interested in any of the products, I'll leave those linked down in the description. We really do appreciate your support, and I'll also put all the links to the full videos in there as well. If you liked this style of video, make sure you guys check out the top 5 TVs of 2023 as well. Let me know down in the comment section what your favorite soundbars of 2023 were, and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Other than that, thank you guys so much for the support this year, and we'll see you next year.